is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God, and you grind and you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element.
And we're back here in LaSalle, Colorado. Absolutely beautiful here at Big Turf Farms. I'm Alexis Belton here with Bobby Bradley. This is Group 2 of our final round robin 32 to see who advances to the next final 16. Today is going to be really interesting. We're having heads-up matches. We had to move up things a little bit further because of the weather that's coming in. We've also got women coming up here at 10:30 a.m. Excited to see some big names coming up right now. We've got Martin Borgmeyer, Colton Casto, Scotty Pierman, Justin James, Isaiah Joyner, Josh Cassidy coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. All day Cassidy, but you got Martin Borgmeyer, last year's winner here in LaSalle, the 2022 world champion, and Martin ended up winning the first event this year. So starting off in slot number 1, the defending champion here at Bigfoot Turf Farms in Colorado, about 4,600 feet above sea level. Longest drive this morning was from Kyle Berkshire at 480 yards. Kyle.
Second ball hit of the day on the grid for him.
Kyle right now is 10 for 10 wins. And so I think the last time I saw someone sweep an entire tournament at Rochester, Kyle ended up hitting 17 sets where he won every one. So today you got to hit 9 sets in order to win. We're going to do heads-up matches. So they're trying to expedite the process. So they're going to eliminate some swings today. Normally we'll go to the round of 16, which is another round-robin format similar to this, where you're going to get 30 swings. But today, in order to win, you're not going to have to hit as many golf balls. And I do like this heads-up match. So the number 1 seed, which will be Kyle, will go up against the number 8 seed in this bracket. But right now, we're back to the action. You got Marty Borgie 240, Mr. BurgerFi out in slot number 1 with a big old high golf ball at 215 mile per hour, 234 in the air, 412 carry. This is going to be a big number for Martin. Big number. This will be a 450 ball. I would say 420 might have spun it just a tad. Didn't see the spin numbers, but
we haven't seen a lot of upsets yet in this event, but match plays, head-to-heads, always there's some sort of upset that can happen because it all comes down to that 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
So Costello 414. He is in second currently to Martin Borgmeyer. Martin in slot number 1. The 2022 world champion, world number 2.
And we got to watch, Ryan Gregnall hit some really great shots there. His ball flight works perfect for the grid. Just missed out barely on advancing.
Yeah.
But he has the same swing as many of the guys here in this grid, so it'll be interesting to see how they take on this round.
I like this ball from Patrick Raber here. He did take up a little bit of movement left to right, but that left side of the grid is hot, and that profile goes a long way on this grid. 401. So we're looking at the fan right now. There is no wind. So it is the flags are dead still. So if you look at the side angle here on YouTube, you'll see that the flags aren't even moving.
Yep, starting to warm up a bit, which is really great.
Yep.
Get a little bit more rollout on these balls.
Martin Borgmeyer currently in the lead, still at 420 yards. Costello at 414. Costello 150.3, 2,700 spin, 213. This one's flirting down the right side. This one looks like it's in play. A little low, 127 feet in the air for Mark Costello, who you're taking a peek at currently. Costello made a final 8 in Mesquite Volume 2. Been around the sport. Getting closer to 10 years now.
Final ball is 10 seconds here. Martin putting one out with 3 seconds left to go. That's a big ball to hit knowing that you only have a few seconds left.
235 feet in the air from Martin. Some flirting down that left side. Not sure if that one's going to stay in or not, but currently he's in the lead. We said it.
We had that
we
issue
can hear
yesterday a
Mike
little bit.
Ambrose. Yeah, they're talking about Hunter Noel. It's Hunter Noel. Mark Costello, last ball, goes 441.
Wow.
Borgmeyer at 420. Isaiah Joyner, 401. Patrick Raber, 413. So Costello at 441. No surprise there.
And
He's
this-
fast. He hits a great shot. Doesn't have too much movement.
Nope.
Him and Sam Junda, very similar hitters.
Yeah. And now we're heading into the second group. Colton Casto, Sean Johnson, Josh Cassidy, and Hunter Knoll, this is his home turf. We've heard
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. His fans are going crazy. It's always a lot of fun to watch him interact, bring the energy. So I'm really excited to watch him. Josh Cassidy, who's back on the grid once again. Trick shot artist, one of the best.
All day Cassidy.
Yeah, he's been a part of this World Long Drive family for a long time.
Got Colton Castle in slot number 1. A gentleman that hits it right to left. We feel like the draw is the play here on this grid. So Casto in 1. Sean Johnson, who ended up having 900 points, that won his group yesterday. In slot 2, Josh Cassidy and Hunter Knoll. In slot 4, Hunter got to compete yesterday against his brother Chase as well.
He did.
So
And
Hunter
Chase
Knoll.
is right there in the stands.
So we're going to look at the ball speed numbers from Hunter Knoll. He topped out yesterday at 207. So we'll look at his ball speed. So if he's in around 203, 204, 205, you know that he's center punching these golf balls. And the beauty of this golf ball, too, is that it definitely helps guys that are in and around the 200 and 205 ball speed. You're going to see some big numbers. The ball flies really well at that speed.
Sean Johnson's another one to look at. Our tour visor guy.
Hunter with a number on the board at 391.
And that's the goal here. When you're first coming out this first set, just want to get some numbers on the board.
All right, there's
Getting a good
your
rhythm.
big sweeping right to left from Colton Casto, 221. This ball's
Sheesh.
a bomb. A lot of movement, though. 40, 42, 43 yards of movement right to left. That one's going to be in play, though. If it releases, should be a big number here from Colton Casto. In slot number 1, Sean Johnson on the board at 411. Hunter Knoll at 391. Cassidy still working on a number.
Sean's just so tall. His width that he has in order to create that speed is just incredible.
I think Casto's ball's in play. His fourth ball is a big ball. Really, really was. And it was 221 as well.
All right, these guys are working on their final balls here.
Cassidy yelling. Let's see. He likes this one. This one's flirting down that right side. This one looks like it's going to push Obi right. Still looking at a number on Colton Casto. I'm going to safely say he's in the lead.
Yep. 430, Colton Casto. Hunter Knoll putting another one out there on the grid.
All right. So 198 ball speed, so it was a miss hit from Hunter. Sean Johnson. Looks like this one's going to go Obi left. Love the passion from Hunter.
Absolutely.
2027, getting after it.
I wish he was mic'd up.
So Cassidy did get his last ball in play at 396. Hunter Knoll had a couple of his last 2 balls that I think they're going to be better than 391, 397. Still
Especially
waiting
that
on ball
last
number
one.
5, but it looks safely that Colton Casto is in at 430 yards.
Sean Johnson in at 411. Josh Cassidy, 396.
Still taking a peek at Hunter's 5th ball. 399. All right. So Colton takes down the win at 430 yards. You got Scotty Pierman, Ryan Riesbeck, Scott Littlefield, and Wes Patterson.
Wow, 440, so gained about 10 yards there.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
And we're back. Scotty Pierman, Ryan Riesback, Scott Littlefield, and Wes Patterson on the tee box right now.
Scotty looked good yesterday.
He looked really good.
He was like my pick to make a final 8 here. He's been knocking on the doorstep this year. He's due for a big day, and he does hit the ball right to left. So I'm looking more for guys that have that prototypical ball flight right to left.
His first shot of the day, 427.
Good ball from Scotty.
Ryan Riesback right there with him.
Ryan got out here at 2 o'clock. He said he cut every single blade of grass with nail clippers.
Yep.
So he fed his kids. He actually flew back to Utah at 3 this morning, fed his kids for breakfast, flew back.
Not just that, he cooked the meal.
He set up the tables. He did all. And then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm gonna try to compete here in a little bit."
Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Northern Colorado Bulldogs, their baseball team. They've been out here helping us.
Absolutely.
These guys are stars.
They make a delicious breakfast burrito.
They do.
So
they have the best breakfast
if you're in and around the vicinity of Denver and you need a good breakfast burrito, these Bulldogs know how to cook.
Not only can they play baseball, but they can also cook a mean breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. The sauce was good, too. Scotty Pierman still on the board at 427. Wes Patterson at 420. Wes, yesterday I saw him at 217, so Wes is producing some good ball speed here. Reese back at 401, Scott Littlefield 398.
Talking to the ball. We love to see it. Love to hear it.
That one's a good ball from Reese back, 206, but he center punched this one, and we saw produce some big numbers here with golf balls that were hitting the center of the face. I mean, we saw a 442 yesterday with a similar profile shot at that ball speed, knowing that was center punch, 409.
Center punch or slightly above the club face. Those are what you want to do in order to make sure you are able to maximize your shot. Scott Littlefield just missing that last one, OB.
So Wes, OB left here. But yeah, what I like seeing from Wes is the ball speed numbers have jumped. So, he's got, he'll have 100 points after this set. Scotty Pierman, 427. So first ball out of the block, Scotty ends up taking down the set. Justin James, George Hegarty, Seb Twiddell, and Devin Fitzgerald are up next. And Devin Fitzgerald was the gentleman that hit that 442 ball with the little cut at the end to win it, too. That's what got him in.
It was. That was
got
fun.
him on the last ball to get in.
Yeah.
But
excited to see our Aussie guy, Seb Twiddell.
Yeah, he ended up sweeping yesterday. He had five straight wins. And we mentioned earlier, Kyle has 10 straight wins. And
it was fun to watch him kind of play with his speed a little bit. Justin James, as always, really great at reserving. I'm interested to see what he's going to do here, knowing that he doesn't have to take as many swings as normal on a day like today.
Yeah. Yeah, they're based on just pure mathematics alone. They would have 24 less swings today to win a tournament, so which helps out a lot. Because they're instead of hitting 8 sets, they had 4.
Yes.
So. But, they're going to heads-up matches in the final 16. But Justin James, slot 1, Hegarty in 2, Seb Twiddell, and Devin Fitzgerald. So taking a peek at Seb here, slot number 3. We'll take a look at his ball speed numbers because for me, like I like Seb at 220, 222, nice and in control. And we saw him yesterday. When he stepped on the gas, similar to Sam Judah today, a little bit of movement left to right, a little bit being a lot of 30, 40, 50 yards. Left to right. JJ's OB right. Hegarty's got a ball right down the middle. Little miss hit for Hegarty. 203 ball.
But easing those nerves by making sure he's got one in the grid.
Yep.
Still waiting for some numbers from Seb on his first ball. Second ball, OB right.
All right, JJ going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment. Not seeing the ball flight here from JJ in 1.
I can't see it, but right now we're zoomed in on Seb, who That hangs on. Be another one in the grid for him.
A miss hit for Seb.
It is.
203.9. He's got a number on the board right now, and no one has any balls in play. So, you know, we saw guys sneak in yesterday with 370, 380s and get wins just because guys are hitting miss hits. So JJ with a big old right to left here, but started it out way out right.
All right. If you were Justin's coach right now, what would you tell him?
I mean, the first thing is to hit a ball and play, which he just did, 413. But Seb just hit a bomb. This one's 221, 200 feet in the air. I really like Seb's ball here. This one's going to be this would be a solid number. This one will probably be in the 430s, 440s, 428. Seb Twiddell.
Another one there. Yep, 428.
I mean, like I said, if I was going to make a quick adjustment, if I was JJ, I'd try to hit like a little cut. You know, like just a quick adjustment. You know, I mean, you can tell like he's moving, a lot of movement right to left. So he's trying to hit that draw. And there he was. He just had that face open at impact. So.
Man, still impressed with Seb's composure.
Yeah.
Able to kind of really harness that in over the last couple of events.
Yeah. Yeah, he ended up going, you know, his third, fourth, and fifth golf ball were in play. So he goes 3 for 6. JJ struggled a little bit, but has a ball in play at 413. That'll put him at 100 points. Devin Fitzgerald's at 409 and George Hegarty at 386.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
Yeah, we've got some Bridgestone golf balls with us right now. They've done such a great job of making sure these are best optimal for every long drive hitter, and even you at home if you want to make sure that you're hitting bombs out on there on the golf course.
Yeah, the ball flies straight, and it gives a great response to the hands. You know,
it does.
It really, truly does.
As you see out there, we're hitting white, pink, orange, neon orange, and yellow. And this is mainly so we can trace which person is hitting which ball, but also the brighter colors are a lot easier to see once they're in the air.
Yeah, like I said, they were hitting into the sun late, and you could tell in the senior division. And that's the hardest thing, though, is like when you're hitting directly into the sun and you can't see your profile of your shot. You always see guys turn around and like, where did that ball go? They have no idea where it went. But yeah, these balls are very, very easy to trace. I remember last year, if we had a blue golf ball in play, you could not see that golf ball at all. The blue, you had no chance.
Yeah.
So
it's very thought out. Every single ball that these guys hit, you get new balls every single time because once they're hit, sometimes as fast as they swing, they can have damage to them. Quite honestly, these are the fastest guys in the world. And huge shout out to our volunteers and guys that sit behind and help them figure out where their balls go when it is bright and sunny outside.
Costa looks like he's struggling a little bit here in slot number 2. And we have a special guest in the house, the man with the longest name in the history of sports. He's so old, he's coming in his wheelchair and his cane. Here, make sure you take off your life alert.
We made sure to have oxygen in here for you this time.
Well, he'll talk about oxygen because he was taking that boost oxygen yesterday.
Yep.
Colton Casto, 420, finally has a number on the board. But Edward, Michael, Joseph, William Bartholomew, Rancho Sanchez, Vicario, Conchita Martinez, Hernandez Fernandez, it's an absolute honor and privilege to be in the presence of your greatness.
Yeah,
Well,
huge congratulations yesterday.
Thank you.
Taking the dub.
I always love talking to you guys after I compete. That means it was a good day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, we kept saying yesterday, it's like your tournament to lose. I mean, does that give you pressure? Like, what are you thinking? Like when you
Not
know
anymore.
Yeah.
I think 2016, 17. I've been the favorite ever since I turned 45.
Yeah.
So me and Gavin pretty much. So we're always the two fastest. Great competitors, and I think the thing for me is once I just said, look, I'm just gonna just do my thing and don't even worry about who I'm on the tee, whether I'm on the tee box with Justin James, Kyle Berkshire, or someone in the senior division. Just play my game, hit my shot, pick up my spot, and go. Doesn't matter who I'm competing with. So.
I saw you made a little bit of a change, different grip. How much does your setup weigh, 1 gram-wise, and then swing weight?
The heads are about 182.
Wow.
With the cogs, so
yeah.
191, 192.
Yeah.
The shaft is 40 and 46. The TPTs are phenomenal. And then I went to a little bit lighter grip to make the swing weight like D5, D6, like
wow.
the same setup as my play driver, which I really love. So it felt really good. I hit it really well in the first 5 sets, and then hit it good in the final 8 and the final 4. 445 is pretty good, but
it's okay.
Yeah, when you talk about swing weights like D5, that felt really good. That grip was 25 grams as well.
27 grams with a couple wraps of tape underneath it. So, but it comes out to about D5.5, which is money
for our viewers at home. What does that mean? So we know that you made your club a little bit lighter. It feels a little bit more like your swing club, but what does that mean? The difference-wise and the tape and all those.
So the swing weight of the club is like the balance of the club.
Yep.
So if it's, let's just say, because it goes, C, D, E. So an E, like an E5, would be very heavy on the head side and very light on the grip side. So what I was doing was I had a little bit heavier grip and a really light head, so which means it was a little bit, that you can't really feel the head.
Yeah.
I like to feel the head a little bit.
Make sure you can respond to it.
Exactly. So the more I can feel the head, like right about, and I know what I like. I've been playing golf for 40 years, so I know what feels good. And everybody's different. So, but I like that feel like D5, D6. I can feel the club. I can let it go. And, I don't hit so many balls left. Because once you get that head a little bit lighter, and you can't really feel it, you start hitting some left. And I don't really miss it left when I'm swinging well. But yesterday, first 5 rounds were really, really good. I think I maybe missed 1 or 2 left in the first 5 rounds, and they were all money.
It's definitely something for viewers at home to kind of play with as you're trying to figure out what club fits you best, right?
No doubt. And the thing is, I test a lot, and then Memphis will be the last tournament. I'm 98% sure what I'm going to hit for the rest of the year. So this was like a testing thing, testing something else out, really like it. Make one more tiny little change at Memphis, test that, and then I'll be good for the rest of the year. I'll know what I'm going to hit. I'm not going to change anything. And then, ready to go.
Well, you've been a part of this sport for many years, definitely a veteran in it. What is something that you would tell these rookies out here? We've got, Jack Smith, who's put on a phenomenal show.
Unreal.
Seb Twiddell, who's, rookie year as well, already have a win under his belt. What is something that you would tell them that you wish you would have known?
I was watching Jack yesterday on the range. Never saw him before. He came up, introduced himself. We were chatting for a few minutes. What a good golf swing.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Like,
Great
he's got
guy,
some
too.
gas. Oh, he's awesome. He's, but that's what we need in this sport. We need these young guys who are good players, good golf swings, and can create the speed. So, like Seb is just, he's a monster. Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's 6'5", 6'6", 260. Fastest guy in the world right now. He's just a monster. And if it doesn't matter. Him, Kyle, Martin, Greg Knoll, Justin James. When these guys hit a really, really good ball, I don't really care who they're competing against. If I hit my best ball against Seb's best ball, I'm 99.9% probably going to lose.
Yeah.
Even if I put up a 222 or 223, if he goes 232 and hits a bomb, that's still 10 miles an hour.
It's
unless
crazy.
I get a crazy bounce or something.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You got to hit it in the center of the face.
Sean
So, and
Johnson
that's what
takes
I do
down
well.
the set at 420, Seb Twiddell at 410, Perriman at 411. Scotty hit a lot of balls in play. But yeah, no, Seb Twiddell, it's been impressive just, with the kind of like the bounce at the top, takes it back and then goes. And we saw, Matt Stubbs, his partner in crime. It's just like, how do you bring that into a tournament? Working on it, and he stuck to his game plan. Seb did last tournament, and he stayed composed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
know?
that's what you have to do, Bobby. If you
So-
get too emotional,
Yeah.
like there's some emotional players out here, but
Yeah.
if you have to one ball, you can't let one ball dictate
Yeah.
the rest of the set.
Not
Like
at
if you
all.
make a really bad swing the first, you can't let it affect
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, a lot like life. We
Right.
have some questions here in the chat. One, how much further do you think the ball is going here in Colorado?
I'd say 8%. I would say I'm from Florida, sea level, so if I would hit one 400 in Florida, it'd
crazy.
probably be 430
Wow.
under the same weather
Right,
conditions.
conditions.
So yeah, I'd say probably 8%.
So we got JJ here. JJ was, you could tell he's trying to hit a draw, and he's just overcooking it right now, just a little bit. But look,
Yep.
224 from Justin James.
Yeah.
Mark Costello with a miss here at 205. But JJ, that's the fastest ball I've seen him hit today.
Yeah, he's a beast. We practiced a couple weeks ago. He's so meticulous. I love practicing with Justin.
yeah.
He's such a great guy
Yeah.
and such a great competitor.
And you talk about that guy never gets high or low. He's
No.
just very rarely you'll get emotion out of Justin James.
Very composed. And when you do it, you know it's something really good. Like you were saying, you know he's hit his best ball. He's one to watch. If you ever come to one of these events, and anyone that's watching, I would definitely go check out the website and see where an event is closest to you. And watching his warm up is something that is really, really, really awesome to see.
Yeah.
You got no emotion out of him on this one. Is this one curling back in? That's the question. This one's fighting down the right side. Justin James, 224. He has definitely stepped on the throttle
Yeah.
as far as his ball speed goes. And, you know, Justin's similar to Koch. He just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the event goes on. So let's see if JJ's last ball stayed in play. It doesn't look like it did. I do like the profile of that shot. So, but yeah, you can just tell he's got a game plan. He's going to start down that right side and try to hit a draw, and that one just faces open and blocks it out right.
And he's sticking to his game plan, which
Yep.
is all you can do when you come to an event.
Costello with a miss hit here at 197, but he does have a number on the board. Costello is the master of the last ball. He goes, yeah, always.
He really is.
Yep,
He's such a good hitter.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Eddie, we've got the ladies coming on here soon, right after this event. Who are you looking forward to watching?
All of them. I haven't seen them all year. I saw Cass and Gabby yesterday, and you know, it's so much fun to watch them hit.
Yep.
And just such good golf swings, and they can bring the gas. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It really
Justin
is
James is going to
awesome.
take the lead here. There's no doubt. Ball number 5 is a bomb for
Yeah.
JJ. 432.
Yeah, 432. But I think
Yeah.
to your point before,
Oof.
Alexis, a lot of the young guys and a lot of the guys who compete, who know they're not as fast as Justin or Kyle or Martin, they just have to stick to their game plan. They got to play their game.
Yeah.
You know, and I see guys reaching back, even like Robbo reaches
Yeah.
back a little bit more when he's competing
Yeah.
against me
Yeah.
or Gavin or whatever,
Yeah.
and you get out of your rhythm. Just hit good balls. Like Farley stayed in his
Yeah.
rhythm yesterday. He hit a good ball.
Yeah.
And that's what you had because he's a veteran. If I hit my ball, I'm going to win.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
There's no
it's
doubt.
the law of physics.
Yeah.
But still, you have to hit you got to play your game, and that's the biggest thing that I see with some of the young guys who are trying to reach back and get out of there, trying to launch it higher, make different moves, and they just have to do their thing. And if they get beat, they get beat. And you know, it's
And
We
Jack
saw-
Smith. Jack Smith
Yeah.
did that in one of the
Yeah.
sets. It's like you could tell he was reaching a little
Yep.
bit. And he's just started hitting like
OB,
200-yard
right?
pulls left.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, we just watched Justin James go 4 OBs and then, boom, 435, 425. But he stayed within
yeah,
his
he's stuck.
game.
Yeah,
and
he's
then-
trying to hit a.
and then you
he's
saw
you're
he
telling
had the
me.
results.
Here you go. He's aiming at the flags and he's trying to hit a draw.
And he did it.
He
He's got
did.
6 balls to do it. And
and
he
his
did it.
emotion never changed
Nope.
from ball 1 to ball 6.
And we
Just
talk.
Great
regardless.
advice.
I mean, granted, I we're looking on the screens right in front of us, and it's kind of like Gregnall. It almost looked like he was a little too close to the golf ball. Gregnall was, like I said, he was jamming himself, and he backed off, and he really had a really good second, third, and fourth set today. And those OB sets are the worst. They crush you.
Day 1 you can do it.
Yeah.
Day 2, final
These guys are
32,
really
final
good.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Gotta be
can't.
a little bit tighter.
Even that 25 points is such a major, thing to
Yeah.
get. Even if you hit it poorly,
We
right?
saw that
you
in that
need
first
some
round.
points because it could come down to that.
Yeah, that first round was pretty log jam there, and he had a few OB sets, which made a big difference.
Yes. Yeah, we got here.
We got Hegarty, Martin Borgmeyer, Wes Patterson, Josh Cassidy. We talked about Wes. Wes, his speeds are in and around 215. He
Yeah.
hit up 217 a couple days ago.
Yeah, Wes is definitely It seems like he's healthier too, Bobby.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, he seems
I
like he's
definitely agree with
healthier
that.
because I remember seeing him
His right knee.
last
His
year.
knee.
He was he's a little slower, and that's more. His hands are so freaking fast.
So
Yep.
fast.
You know, that's why sometimes he gets a little crooked with it. But when he times it up, man, he can hit it hard.
He's got a good penetrating ball flight. Hits it straight. All right, we got Borgmeyer here working on a number, slot number 2.
I like
Yep.
Josh Cassidy's
Martin's been hitting it
one
really
there.
high. There's a
Yep.
club twirl from Martin Borgmeyer. Let's look
Yep.
at his spin rates. Like the spin rates.
1893, 219. Probably a little high on the face, Bobby, but that was a good
I
ball.
like these numbers from Martin.
Yep.
I really do.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of a draw too. He's a guy that's going to be right to left.
Yep. Hometown hero Josh Cassidy. See what Josh does.
We have bottled water here from the Mississippi River.
Yep.
It's fresh.
World Long Drive brand.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
really like Haggerty's swing.
Yeah. Yep.
George, it's amazing. What does he use? 46? 46
45.
inch? 45.
Yeah,
45 inch. It's amazing.
Marty Borgie 240 takes the lead for 28.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fastest ball I've seen so far is 224 from Martin.
Right, but 219, that was 218.9 Martin just hit. 153, 219, missed hit it a little bit, probably a little high in the face, launched it a little higher with low spin, and thing just was gone.
Cassidy likes this one. Good ball
210
speed, 210.
So Martin's doing very similar what Justin's doing, just aiming down that right side because
Yeah.
those guys, they can hit draws. I mean, that's their natural ball flight anyways. Kyle, Martin, JJ, funny enough, number 1, number 2, number 3 in the world. So.
And a lot of people, like you guys watching at home, it is really, really hard to hit a controlled draw with a 4-degree head
Really
swinging
hard.
150 miles an hour. You know, so.
And making sure that dispersion is here versus here. You can always hit a slinger,
Yeah.
but to really have control over that.
But I think hitting that draw, Alexis, you don't like the slingers. You don't want it to go across the grid like that way. You want it just a little bit of slight draw. Like yesterday when I started hitting, the wind was blowing hard right to left, and I was just trying to hit it dead straight at that first flag on the right. When it's blowing that hard, left to right or right to left, you want to hit it as straight as possible, with maybe just a little bit of left spin.
Yep.
Not too much left, because then it'll just sling, and you don't want to cut it into the wind, which I did a couple times yesterday. But you want to, if you hit that right ball, hit it as straight as possible, and just let the wind grab
And
it.
just let it drop.
You know?
I mean, I think one of the biggest things that we've gotten to learn from you is just making sure that you stay within your game and let the swing do the talking. So thanks so much for joining us.
You got it. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you here in the booth, and we'll be right back after this.
Awesome.
Who has a target on their back this year?
Kyle Marvin. The belt that's the only goal for this year is to win the belt.
So what's your PR before this, your longest drive?
Longest drive was actually on this grid at 463. I got third in that set.
Oh.
So that's where long drive's a little difficult. But obviously 455 is what probably I'm better known for against West.
What are you looking forward to this season?
Try to get some wins. It's
Okay.
the only thing I'm focused on. There's no moral victories anymore in the sport for me, so I just want W's. That's what I'm looking for.
Always great to have Eddie Fernandez, our 2023 LaSalle champion.
Yes, he's got 2 firsts and a second to start off the season for himself. And we talked about, Robbo with a win, 2 seconds and a third, and Gavin. So
Gavin. Missed him here this event.
But it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see familiar faces in different places being,
hey.
You got guys that
Bars.
have been competing for a really, really long time that are going to be seniors here in the next couple months. We saw Jason Whitsack, who made multiple world championship appearances, compete yesterday, former NFL player. And, Whitsack's 45 now. You got Dobbins going to be 45. Kevin Shooky Panuki. Shooky.
Isaiah Joyner throwing one in the grid there. Right now, Scotty Pierman sitting at number 1 at 407.
Yep.
George Haggerty looking to put one in the grid.
So we got Isaiah Joyner here in slot number 1. Isaiah, it's 70 points, right, 75 points, but a win would put him at 275, which would put him in a nice spot with still a couple more sets to go. Hunter Knoll with a number on the board at 383. Scotty Pierman 407. Scotty's looking good here. He's putting a lot of balls in play. He's got 300 points currently. A win here would put him at 500. I would say he would be safely in to the round of 16.
Yep. George Haggerty Putting one, looks like that one's going to stay in the grid, 206 ball speed.
And we're watching Perriman today, a lot more controlled. And I didn't get to ask him about how he felt yesterday, but he was really, really active with his lower half yesterday. Scotty was.
Yeah, he's definitely way more controlled now, and he's been hitting some really big numbers starting off in that first round and now.
Hunter Knoll, let's take a peek at his ball speed numbers. Is 200. So Isaiah
Squat
Joyner
watch.
with a bullet right down the middle, 211. I like this ball. This one looks like Isaiah Joyner's going to take the win here on that last ball. Going to take a flyer. Say you hit this 417 yards. What do you think? Plus or minus, up or down?
I'm going for 15.
Okay. You're going to take the under 417. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to say 423.
Ooh.
423, Isaiah Joyner. Did we get it? What do I win? 404.
404.
Didn't look at the spin numbers, but Scotty Perriman is going to take down the set at 407. Isaiah Joyner 404. George Hegarty 406. Hunter Knoll 483. So yeah, Isaiah's last ball, it was a little draw. It was at 211, but must have spun it a little bit. And normally when you see numbers like that, we take a peek at the flags. The flags are dead still on the tee box.
Yeah, slight movement down the grid, but not too much to have anything. It's always interesting to see. But I will say it got a little warm, and now it's cooled off a bit, which has something to do with the effect of the ball there. All right, now we've got Josh Cassidy, Patrick Raber, Justin James, and Ryan Rees back on the tee.
Patrick Raber, the pride of Sacramento, Colorado. JJ with a little miss hit. Launched it at 1.
This is a big set for Patrick Raber, Josh Cassidy, and Ryan Rees back. Any of them get a win definitely help in advancing over the next 2 rounds that are left.
Scotty Perriman at 500 points. He looks safe to get in to the round of 16. Ryan Rees back with the ball down the right side. As mentioned, Ryan is a man with many, many hats. He helps, he works, and he hits. And like I said, he will be in the senior division here later. Yeah, I say he'll be one of the favorites to win it as well. So Cassidy with the ball down the middle, 204. Slight miss hit for Josh, but you know what? He's got one in play now. So JJ looks like his third ball was in play. And we started seeing Justin climb the speed chart there. He went 224 multiple times last set. I think JJ's third ball is in play. Had a nice profile shot. Reesback's currently in the lead at 400. Cassidy definitely has a ball in play. Justin James at 428.
And he's sticking with that game plan. You see him aimed out to the right, letting it draw
like
back
this
a bit.
ball.
But this one's a bullet.
He looks like he's starting to get in a nice little rhythm here. And that ball's straight, too. Little draw. See, I feel like Justin James is the most versatile long driver on the planet. He can hit a high, hit a low, hit a cut, hit a draw, hit all different types of setups. We talked about Eddie Fernandez saying, like, I feel like going into Memphis that I have my setup for the entire time. But Justin can use multiple different setups. So, but JJ with that fifth ball was hit hard, too. I really like the height on that golf ball. 416. So,
and
maybe need to carry just a little bit more.
Well, yeah. But still taking the lead here at 428.
And that difference, you know, Justin hits a ball down the left side where we felt like that's the hottest part of the grid was down the left side, and now that 416 ball was down the right side. Currently, Josh Cassidy is in third. He still has a couple numbers on the board that still haven't popped up yet. Ryan Reesback looks like he's confirmed at 400. Cassidy's last ball went 410, so Josh will take second. JJ will get the win. That'll put him at 500 points with Scotty Perriman. So you're going to more than likely see Scotty and JJ in the final 16 in these heads-up matches. Like, I'm really excited to see the heads-up matches.
I get so nervous.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, we need a heart monitor when we have heads-up.
This is what we used to do back in the day. You know, you make the final 16 and you start doing these heads-up matches. A lot of fun, really, truly, because, I mean, it's immediate. Pressure's on right away.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
All right, female memberships there. Make sure you sign up. Like we said, we've had a full field. In fact, increased the field this time from 16 to 18. Women go off today at 10:30. It's going to be so much fun. We've got some new faces and some consistent faces.
I'm looking at Martin right now. He just like Kyle, like he is just smoothing it right now. He just looks in complete control with his swing with a nice little high, tight draw, 226 feet in the air, 216 ball.
We talked about yesterday, Martin's putting a lot of miles.
Yeah.
He's traveling a lot. He's hitting a lot. He's doing a lot. And
Yep.
he's still coming out here and hitting a shot like that.
Well, that's the thing. He's the world champ. You know, people all over the world want to have him at corporate and charity events, and you know, he's putting a lot of miles on that and on that body. And right now, you're looking at 223 ball speed for Martin Borgmeyer. First ball was in play, and like I said, he looks nice and composed. He's not having that big old recoil. You're not hearing him yell right now. He's conserving that energy. But there's that recoil. We talked about it. There we go. So, and I'm loving the profile of his shot right now. That's just a nice tight draw there. 7-yarder, right to left. Martin Borgmeyer settling into the tournament. He currently is at 300 points. A win would put him at 500.
Yep. Take a peek here at Sean Johnson. Whoa,
Yep.
he just hit a big ball right there. That recoil was maybe faster than his swing.
219.6, bang. Big ball. Sean Johnson flirting down that right side. Really like the profile of the shot. 205 in the air. Carries it as a guesstimate of 399. Yeah, right now it's cold. It's 425 to 435 is a big golf ball. So if you're seeing these numbers, there you go. 429, Sean Johnson. I feel like Martin Borgmeyer has a couple balls in play that are going to be in and around that number as well.
Yeah, we just don't have the numbers yet for Martin, but he just hit another one. Center.
Yep.
That's going to fall probably in that speed slot right there at 215 ball speed. A little high.
So slot number 3 is Martin Borgmeyer, still working on a number from him. Martin is the defending champion. Sean Johnson starting to get dialed in here. Sean ended up having
220 ball speed there.
Sean had 4 wins in his second place. He took 900 points in the round of 64. Looked great as well, Sean Johnson in Mesquite Volume 2.
Waiting on his final ball, 411. And waiting on the final ball of Martin Borgmeyer. He's confirmed at 409. So Sean Johnson's going to take the field at 429 here. Martin, Scott Littlefield, actually, last ball, 416. Martin Borgmeyer, 409. And Devin Fitzgerald at 398.
Could have been a little bit of height for Martin. Just hitting maybe a little bit too high.
A little
too high. But the profile of his shot looks really nice.
Looked really good. Direction was good. Everything. I would just lower the height just a tad.
Yep. And as Justin James figured it out, you know, like those last 2 sets, it took him a little bit of time to tighten up that right to left, but he stuck to the game plan. And JJ looking really, really good here after 3 sets. In LaSalle, Colorado, Bigfoot Turf Farms. Thank you for the opportunity. This place is awesome.
Pure.
It is.
Any direction is a long drive grid.
Yep.
We had the privilege of having a skydiver come in, bringing in the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance yesterday.
Yeah, national anthem, all
National
the above.
anthem,
We did the Pledge of
I went
Allegiance.
straight to elementary school there.
Absolutely. We did the Pledge of Allegiance, not on air, though.
No.
So.
It was in our cars.
Yeah, we do that before every single set. So, Seb Twiddell in slot 1, Wes Patterson, Colton Casto, Mark Costello. Some good hitters on this tee box right now. Seb, a little bit of a miss hit. Like I said, just watching him the first couple sets, looks just a little off. The good thing is that he's really, really fast, and he could figure it out very, very quickly. Seb Twiddell at 364.
Yeah, his learning curve is really quick. He's able to make those adjustments in the middle of a round now. Here on YouTube, make sure you leave any questions or comments you have. I pledge allegiance to the grid.
Yep. All right, it looks like Wes has got a ball in play. He's at 4:02. Costello might have a ball in play down that right side, which he does, 4:15. Casto, similar to JJ.
Yep.
The misses in the beginning were those big sweeping right to left hooks. Colton just needs to slow it down or just a bit, tighten it up. He's at 222.8, plenty fast enough. So, Colton Casto, slot number 3. Just looks off just a tad, but he's got 2 wins. You know, and that's the thing. Colton's a guy that he only has to hit 1 out of 6 balls in play.
Yeah.
Because he normally, when he catches one, it's a big number. So, Colton with 400 points. He's the only guy to have 2 wins the first 2 sets in this bracket of hitters.
He's definitely one. If he hits his last ball in, you want to watch it the whole entire way.
Yep.
Oh, Seb was really close there.
Yep. Just like I said, he just looks off just a little bit today. But the good news is he is at 250 points currently.
Yeah,
So-
right now what he's kind of doing is more than anything is just building confidence.
Colton Castle actually has a number on the board, 305.
Oh.
So yeah, I like the little bit of the 2-way miss here for Seb. Mark Costello, that'll put him at 425 points. So Costello looking good here the last couple events. Looks like he's going to take down the win. Wes Patterson with 3 straight second places. That'll put him at 300 points. So Wes is looking good right now at 300 points with 2 more sets to go to get into the final 16. Casto does have a number on the board. It's points, 425.
Points are big here. What is your longest drive in competition yet?
So my longest drive in competition so far is 369 yards.
So Colorado has one of the longest golf courses, longest holes. Because you're a long driver, do you think you're the only one that can drive the green?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because the elevation does help a lot. Do I think I could drive it? Potentially, yeah, I do. You know, but I think some other people could drive it, but it's a long one.
Very few can drive it.
Yes.
What is your victory dance?
I don't know, it's just like a...
Can't wait to see the victory dance from the ladies coming here at 10:30 a.m. So make sure you tune in then. But right now we've got Wes Patterson, Isaiah Joyner, Sean Johnson, and Justin James on the tee.
Yeah, Wes going back to back here. Let's take a peek at his golf ball. Wes Patterson, slot number 1. He's going to be OB left. Like I said, what I'm looking at Wes Patterson is his ball speed. I mean, he hit 217 yesterday. He knows how to run deep in tournaments. He knows how to win as well.
Yep, he's definitely the one to look at or pay attention to in this group. Justin James, Sean Johnson, pretty much secured in their spot. Isaiah Joyner would have to take a win here.
JJ looks good. He's figuring it out. I mean, that swing looks really, really good here. And that shot that we've seen the biggest numbers in slot number 4 where they sweep across the grid down that left side. If that one stayed in play, that's a humongous drive from JJ. I'd say that's probably going to be in and around 425 to 430. Right now, it's cold. It really, truly is.
It's very chilly.
It's chilly.
I should have brought my puffer jacket, but, you know, you learn.
Yeah.
And Wes Patterson's in that first slot, and there's a lot to say from what everyone else has done in that slot. Specifically, Justin James is taking a look on that right side, drawing it in.
So I think Justin James' second ball is at least 425, 430. It's 418. Okay, all right. And like I said, the weather has changed. It is, I don't know. I feel like it's like 55. I'm cold. I'm a Florida boy. I like the humidity and the heat.
I'm right there with you as a Louisiana girl.
Yep. Sean Johnson in lead right now, 419. So Wes going back to back. Needs to settle down just a tad, take a big old deep breath, and just throw a strike. He's plenty fast enough.
Yeah, it's just syncing it up for him.
And Wes mentioned he hasn't really hit too much in the last couple
That was the
couple
easy swing
weeks.
he had there.
208 ball from West down that left side. That one stays in play. That should be a decent number.
Yeah.
Sean Johnson currently in the lead at 419. Justin James now takes the lead at 433. And I'm liking seeing this. You know, JJ's hitting 3-4 balls in play now.
West got it off just in time, but I don't think that one's going to stay in. He's going to take an OB set. But we've seen earlier today, Jack Smith had a OB set and still made it for the final 16. So Justin James looks to take this one at 433. Still waiting for a final number, but will definitely be in first place. Sean Johnson at 419. Isaiah Joyner at 390. Wes Patterson, 0.
I think after the break, I'm going to go to the car and go get another jacket.
Yeah, it's nice that you have another jacket.
yeah. I feel like I need my long johns on or something right now. All right, so JJ is at 700 points. He's safely in. Sean Johnson is safely in. He'll have 600. Scotty Perriman at 500 points should be in as well. Just needs to hit a ball or two or play. Costello's at 425. So is Colton. And Marty Borgie, 240. Wes Patterson and Seb Twiddell currently are in the top 8. But you know, a couple guys still haven't hit yet. Got 12 guys that still haven't hit their 4th set. But Justin James, the last 3, is starting to turn it on, and his dispersion's tight now. It was a lot of movement right to left, and now it's becoming just a little movement right to left.
Yeah, we saw him even pick up another club and kind of try that one out, which had a lot of success as well. So he's going to be dialed in and ready once going into that top 16.
And once again, this is the first time all year that we've had a little bit of a right to left wind, and you have the top 3 guys in the planet, Kyle, Martin, and JJ, that hit draws. So that definitely benefits them.
All right, Devin Fitzgerald, Josh Cassidy, Mark Costello, and Scotty Perriman on the tee right now. Some people to really look at right now. Mark Costello is pretty solid. He comes in, I mean, just putting some points on the board is big for him.
He's at 425. Scotty Perriman, let's say, just needs to hit a ball in play.
Yeah.
Just hit a ball in play.
Josh Cassidy and Devin, if they are to win this one, it puts them in a very good position.
Costello's ball is just flirting down the right side here. How much movement does he have right to left? About 32, 33 yards of movement right to left. It just depends on where that ball started. That one should be in play. It'll be close. So Costello should have a mark here in and around the 415, 420 mark. He's at 393. Might have spun it just a tad here, Costello, but he's got a number on the board. Scotty Perriman's got a ball in play. He's got 211.9, 208 in the air.
A little
left to
high,
right.
but great ball speed there.
Yeah, we're seeing these high balls that over 200 feet, not really going anywhere, you know?
Yeah. Always see Scotty with the purple for preemies.
Yep. Yep. And even we talked about Borgmeyer's last set. He hit some decent balls.
Really
you
great
know,
balls, just
but
a little
too
high.
high. It just doesn't seem like that high ball's going anywhere right now. I mean, JJ lowered his ball flight, too, in the last set. He's hitting it significantly lower. So Costello in the lead at 403. Scotty Perriman, 395. Devin Fitzgerald, 389. No marks for all day Cassidy here, slot number 2.
Scotty's done a really good job of syncing up. We talked about it yesterday. He was a little quick, and his swing is looking very, very good. Really efficient.
Yeah, and just did a little draw there. It's the first time I've ever seen him turn one over there. I like it. You know, Josh has done a lot of corporate and charity exhibitions as well. So, I mean, you know, if he's solely focused on lawn drive, you know, you would see Josh Cassidy in and around 215 to 220 ball speed.
Easily.
But, you know, you're looking at a club speed, which is down a little bit. But, you know, when you do a lot of these exhibitions, whatever, it's a business. You get tired, period. And you're not training for speed. You're training to feel good the next day to do another event.
Right.
I mean, some of these guys could hit 3, 4, 5 times. I know there's guys tonight that are taking red eyes that are hitting in the morning at 8 in the morning and doing a morning afternoon event. So,
yeah,
you know, it takes a toll on the body doing these exhibitions. So, you know,
while
Cassidy,
entertaining the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is entertainment, but they are the entertainers in those exhibitions as well. And if you would like to hire one of them, Call him up.
Yeah. Just say Josh. Just his speed's off, but he's not training for speed. So but OB set from all day cast today. Costello with a win. Scotty Perriman with a second place. So the guys that you're going to see are going to be Justin James, Sean Johnson, Scotty Perriman, Mark Costello. They are going to be in the final. So I feel like we already have 4 guys safely in to the final 16. But we'll be back right after this.
I started off in 2019, I believe it was, when I started with a long drive driver. I couldn't time it. So I lost a little bit of accuracy, and then when I was ever on the simulator, I was looking at ball speeds, and I hit playing driver, I hit long drive driver, and I was actually quicker ball speed with the play driver because I was just timing it a lot better. So from there, I just was like, well, I'm just going to use a play driver. I have a Cobra LTD, and I have a Ventus Black shaft in that, and it's been working so far.
Taking a peek at George Haggerty. As mentioned yesterday in our 10 hours of giving you a statistic, giving you the news. Haggerty came into my old golf shop back in 2019, and he was fast right out of the gates. And one of very few guys that hits, a shaft under maybe 47 inches. But he hits pretty much a stock setup, 45 and a half inches, and extremely competitive with a normal Tour Series setup, because a lot of these people that come in and you'll see them on Instagram like knocking long drive, like your clubs are illegal, the golf balls have GPS trackers in them that make them fly farther. It's just like everything's really USGA heavy, conforming. And not only that, like they talked about like dropping the down to 46 inches. Like, do you know how hard it is to hit a 48-inch driver straight?
Right.
And if you're playing for millions of dollars, I can guarantee you those guys don't want to hit a 48-inch driver. The one guy that benefited from it, is Bryson. Bryson ends up winning a U.S. Open. I know he was really focused on speed, in 2020. And at Winged Foot, he could air it out. That was a course where he could just go full throttle. And he's like, you know what? I'd rather be in 4 inches of rough from 110 yards out than 200. And he ended up winning the U.S. Open by 6 strokes, and he came out in 2021 and 2022 making final 8s. He almost won the World Championship last year. He went up against Martin in the finals. But, yeah, like a 48-inch driver is not easy to hit, and especially on tour when you're playing for that amount of money. So
without a doubt. I think a person that, kind of started the trend for tours in general to have such a long club was Brooke Henderson.
Yeah, for sure.
And she didn't even take the club all the way back. Mainly that was because she didn't have a swing that went all the way parallel, and that really helped her to get back there, which is what essentially this does for long drive, is it give you a little bit more width to the swing. But, yeah, it's very, very hard to do.
Yeah.
We've got a question here in the chat. Do you think Sam Judah is a top 5 hitter in the world? Who's your top 5 hitters?
Kyle Berkshire, Martin Borgmeyer, Justin James. I don't know. That's tough. 3 just outright guys, and then there's so many guys that are so close to each other. Today, Sam, I know, isn't feeling his back is tight, and you can see that he's got a lot of movement left to right. But just based off of if he's healthy, he hits it so straight. I would say yes. I really do. Like I think he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win a tournament this year. I think Utah fits him really well. But yeah, like you could say there's probably 7 or 8 guys that are top, like 4th and 5th spot. It could be debated, but there's clear cut Kyle, Martin, and JJ. They're good, and Koch is right. Koch is there too. Like Koch is getting healthy.
Koch, you have Seb.
Like I said, Seb. Like today, you're seeing Seb struggling just a little bit. You can see it. He's trying to find it. He's missing left. He's missing right. He's a little off today. But you look at guys that are always on, that are there late in tournaments, and But yeah, it's Sam Judah's a really, really good hitter. Really, really good.
Without a doubt.
So who's your top 5?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think it kind of goes based off of where we're playing, the grid, and things of that sort. Obviously, you have some people that are consistent, like your Justin James. For sure, Sam Judah's up there for me. I really, really, really like Zach Holton.
Yeah, Zach. I mean, Zach's just super consistent. He's a guy like his miss hits are not miss hits.
It's not
like
that. Not that off.
Yeah, like I said, there's an argument 4th and 5th. I mean, like say Koch, Zach Holton, and Josh Koch is like I said, he's getting stronger and stronger. He was hurt the last couple years, and he ended up coming off a win in Germany, and he's in the final 16 now. But it's a good question. But yeah, Sam, when he's on, I mean, he's 222, 225. His ball doesn't have really any movement. It's really good. So, like I said, Seb, once again, he needs to settle down, get back to what he was doing in Mesquite, and just start putting balls in play. We got Martin Borgmeyer, the 2022 world champion in slot number 4, the Mesquite champion, and also the reigning champion on this grid last year. He's the defending, he was the PLDA LaSalle champ. So let's see if Marty Borgie 240 will make a little bit of an adjustment here. Try to lower the ball flight just a smidge. I like that ball flight, 184 from Martin, so be right.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit wind into now. This is probably the first true wind that we've had out here today. But as we've said earlier, the ball flies a little bit further here as we're higher in elevation.
Yep.
We had a chance to talk to Eddie Fernandez, Eddie Fernandez, about what that looks like, the difference between sea level and here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Hunter Knoll with the number on the board. I love Riesbeck. Riesbeck's this is like a summer day for him. It's 55 degrees, it's cold, and it's like here he is in his like bathing suit outfit, just a thin shirt and shorts.
There's nothing like being physically here at a long drive event. The crowd is going crazy. Hunter Knoll's really pumping everyone up. Ryan Riesbeck and Martin Borgmeyer really giving some fans some excitement as well.
All right, so Martin's ball down the right side. Let's look at the height. At 217, 214. No one really has a really good ball in play right now, so that might be good for Martin right now. That one might be good. All right, so Marty Borgie, that 5th ball might be in play. He's taking a peek back at the clock. Seb, where did Seb's last ball go? OB right. Martin's going to take down the set at 397, and he said, yes, the wind is slightly in the face now. The conditions have changed. I'm literally shivering in the booth right now.
Very
Look at
much
you.
so. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
You got like 8 layers on right now. I'm ready to go sprint to the car and go get my other jacket.
I'm ready to go to the
feeling
dollar
it.
store and get a heater.
Big set for Martin Borgmeyer, 397.
And these numbers are definitely a reflection of the conditions that are right now. It's really cold. Wind's a little bit slightly into the face. Seb Twiddell has another number in at 378. So it's going to go Martin Borgmeyer 397, 388, Ryan 378, Hunter Knoll at 377. And we'll be right back after this.
The best long hitters in the world have come for a chance to call themselves a world champion. It's all about power. It's all about accuracy. It's all about cuts. Everyone chase the championship belts. World championship.
We've got planes. Yesterday we had paragliders, parachuters.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful here at Bigfoot Farms.
Oh, yeah. That was a 747, by the way. That plane. Jumbo jet.
Jumbo.
But, all right. So Wes Patterson takes a win here. He would have 550 points. Big set here for Wes.
We've got some confirmed players that are moving on to the next round. Justin James, Mark Costello, Sean Johnson, Scotty Pierman, Martin Borgmeyer. We can go ahead and throw him in there. And those that are right on the bubble.
All right, let's key in on Wes Patterson. He is the only one currently on this tee box that has a chance to get into the final 16. Wes Patterson in slot number 3 from Hope Sound, Florida.
Yep, a win's going to be huge here for him.
Yep. A second place would put him at 450, so it'll be close. But yeah, that Colton Casto set, he goes 2 wins and then he takes a 4th and an OB. So applying a little bit of pressure that he doesn't necessarily need to put on himself. Colton, he's in 6th place currently. Scott Littlefield or Colton take a win, they'll have 625 points. So Wes Patterson's got a ball in play right here on his third ball. This one is 209.6. It's 185 feet in the air. It's down the left side. I really like this ball. No movement. That's Wes Patterson.
That's a good one.
We talk about
Yeah.
prototypical ball flight. He hits it straight. You know, like that's like a Sam Judah ball. You know, dead straight. Now did that one just stay in play down that left side? That's the question. Did Wes Patterson's third ball stay in play? Because he started it out left. It just did. You know, is there enough room? Because we talk about angles. You know, if he's swinging a degree left, and there you go, 398. And you're going to see the numbers are drastic. The drop. You haven't seen a 425 ball, 430 ball in a while, and it's because it's cold and the wind's in our face.
Yep.
It's not much, but it's enough. And
yeah. Speaking of the weather, we've got a couple of people here in the chat bragging about how they're in places like, where was that, Puerto Rico, and somewhere where it's the 90s.
Andy. Yeah.
We're somewhere
Andy
that
Fortify had birthday.
We're somewhere that we haven't played yet that you would like to see the tour go.
Puerto Rico would be cool. I mean, they got Dorado Beach. Dorado
Yeah.
Beach has got 3 courses, and they don't even use one of them now. You know, a couple of my buddies live in Dorado, and that's it's crazy. I mean, like hotel
Dominican
rooms
would
there.
be fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. So, yeah, Puerto Rico is beautiful.
Definitely one of my favorite places there.
Yeah, and I'd say let's bring it back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, I remember hitting
agreed.
at Sandia. Patrick Graber ends at 395, but it looks like Wes is going to get in. Huge win for Wes Patterson. If he does win it, we're going to see.
Waiting here for a final ball, a final number by Patrick Graber. Yep, Wes Patterson.
Yep,
with
he's
the
going
win.
to take it down. You're going to see Wes more than likely. I mean, he's going to have 550 points. So is Martin. You know, I mean, Martin's in, Wes is in. So the guy on the outside looking in currently is going to be Seb. So like I said, Seb is, you know, the last 3 sets. He just he's been flying all over too. You know, not as much as someone like Martin, but Seb's going to have to reset here. He's going to have to hit that button and you know, focus on hitting the center of the club face. And
he is. He's got a good field that he's in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely can take the win here, but all these guys can put up big numbers.
So right now, Cassidy, Littlefield, Seb Twiddell, Isaiah Joyner. So big set here for Seb. He has to. Here's the deal. Seb has to take second or better in order to have a chance, because Colton needs to hit a ball. If say Colton and Scott Littlefield hit a ball in play, they're already at 450. So Seb has to. I mean, honestly, Seb has to win this set. Big set here for Seb Twiddell, who ended up winning Volume 2 in Mesquite. 22-year-old stud. It looks like he's going to be OB left on his first ball. 216 ball speed. Cassidy's got a ball in play, it looks like, down that right side. Isaiah Joyner's got a ball in play. Big set here for Scott Littlefield as well. Big set for Scott Littlefield. He wins, he's in. Cassidy's in at 365. Isaiah Joyner's at 371. King in on slot number 2 and 3. So Scott Littlefield and Seb Twiddell are fighting for a spot. Littlefield has to hit a ball in play, and it looks like Seb has got a ball right down the middle. He likes it 220.8. Good launch, good spin, good height.
Yep.
This one's a bomb. Just based off of club speed and ball speed alone, this one's going to be very, very tough to catch.
That's
if
that
this ball's like
experience catching
410, if this is like a 410 ball, like no one's catching that.
No.
I don't think.
That's his experience, kicking in, knowing that he's got to just put one easy in the middle.
So Cassidy yelling at, and that's him not hitting this golf ball a lot. Look at the club speed and the ball speed numbers. He probably center punched that. Sometimes, that's just
the little things that everyone else has had opportunity to play with.
We've learned a lot over the last year now with this golf ball almost, and
but Cassidy lowering that one just a bit.
Yeah, Scott Littlefield at 390. That was critical for him to get a ball in play right there. Seb, that's a bomb. No one's catching that.
Yeah.
And
he's on a roll now. He's figured it out.
Yep, there you go. So had a couple 3 sets where he was off. And that's the beauty of this format. Like, I mean, you can really have 2 or 3 sets where you're off and then you figure it out. Like Justin James for the first, 8-9 balls was, he couldn't find the planet, and then bang, he hits
right
it
there.
and then now he can't lose. So JJ looks phenomenal. He did get 1 ball in play in the first set, but these guys are tough. They're figuring it out. Seb Twiddell, this is a huge win for him. Scott Littlefield currently is in third place, so that'll put him at 475, which will apply the pressure to Colton Casto. It's going to be a huge set for Casto. Casto's got to take at least third to tie, which there could potentially be a playoff. So let's take a peek at Scott Littlefield's last ball. This one's going to be OB left, Cassiday's OB. So currently it looks like Littlefield's going to take third. Seb Twiddell's with the win is going to put him in. So Wes Patterson, Martin Borgmeyer, Scotty Pearman, Sean Johnson, Mark Costello, Justin James
there you go.
are in. So the guys on the outside looking in currently is, well, Scott Littlefield's on the bubble with Colton Casto to go. If Colton takes second or better, he's going to knock out Scott Littlefield to make the final 16, which will start here a little bit later after the women's division.
Hopefully we get a little bit warmer weather by then.
Yeah, it's chilly. It really is.
But going into this next round,
This man needs no introduction, right? You are decorated in this sport.
Old man.
Do you feel like you have to keep up with the youngins? Have you changed
Yes.
any equipment? Have you changed any
I've changed my
techniques?
workout routine to, I'm doing a lot more endurance.
Okay.
Because I feel like, especially the World Championships the last couple of years, I've run out of gas. And, day 3, day 4, so I really want to, throughout the year, pace myself and kind of build. So I've changed the way I train, is one thing.
We can jokingly say Ryan's making a lot of excuses why he runs out of gas, He doesn't have enough responsibility,
Yeah.
But he's having a good old time, man. Ryan is one of the nicest human beings you will ever meet ever. In slot number 3, former college ball player.
Sean Johnson in number 4, Mark Costello number 1, George Haggerty number 2.
Yeah, Sean's looking good, man.
Yeah,
he really is.
He's hit some really, really great shots. It was really fun to watch that kind of last set of him building and building.
Yeah, but it might be a little bit of conserving here as far as energy. You got Costello and Johnson that are in, but just Costello, just with his swing, like I've never seen him try to take off a swing. He's got the same swing over and over and over and over and over again, So, yeah, Mark Costello going to make another top 16, and we always say, like, a guy like that, he's due for a win, too. There's so many guys that are so close. Talked about Zach Holton, Really good hitter.
That was a great swing by Ryan. I really
Reeves back,
liked.
just, a little cutty right down the left side. Like that ball there. Little cut, little 10-yard cut. Haggerty on the board at 391. Reeves back at 385. Costello and Johnson still working on the number. Ryan Reeves back. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Sean
So
Tan's
if
just
his
getting a little
5 kids and
quick.
Sarah are watching, Ryan says hello. He'll be home soon. But he probably will be out here, mowing the grass again after the tournament's over. Just to,
Making
he'll
sure
do a
everything
diamond
looks great.
pattern. He's going to make sure. Yeah. He's gonna knit a sweater for everybody in the stands that are here.
Because he's got the time.
He's got plenty of time. Yeah, I mean, there's 24 hours in a day, and he works 25 of it. So.
Sean Johnson, I want to see him slow down just a little bit on this one and be able to sync up. He kind of getting a little quick on that follow through.
Yeah. Reeves back, just putting balls in play. That was a good number there, 206 from Ryan.
There we go. Yep. Did it there.
Oh, look at Reeves back yelling at it. 206.7.
He's telling Sean, that's it. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Sean Johnson, 2,100 spin, almost a 10 launch, 167. I like that profile, that ball. Anything over 400 yards right now is a good ball. But Seb Twiddell going, 426. Sean Johnson with a 412.
Final group coming in. All these guys are already in. You're going to see some of them reserve their energy, some that are going to try some different things out. But for the most part, the field is set.
All right, so the pressure's on. Colton Castle could take second or first to get in. He's going up against Scotty Pearman, Justin James, and Martin Borgmeyer. So Sean Johnson currently in the lead. at 800 points. He's got 900 points in the round of 64 and now 800. So Sean Johnson looking good. Colton Casto is on the outside looking in. Scott Littlefield's on the bubble. If Colton takes third, he will have a 6-ball playoff against Scott. We had 2 playoffs yesterday. All right.
Here it goes.
Very important round for Colton Casto. He had
Locked
2
in
wins.
here.
Yeah, 2 wins, and then he ended up
The hard
taking
part,
a 4th and then went OB.
Yeah, the hard part here is that he is hitting against some of the best guys, all the best guys in the world right here, and no one's going to let up.
Yeah.
Justin James is continue with his plan of action. Martin, I know he's been kind of searching on getting a little bit more distance here. I'm going to be interested to watch if he lowers the ball flight.
All right, so we're looking in on slot number 1, Colton Casto. What's Casto's rank? I mean, he's got to be, he's definitely in the top 10.
I believe.
It's in there somewhere. Yeah, Colton's top. I think he's probably ranked top 5 in the world. So, him and Reed Russell, they run deep in these tournaments.
They do.
Yeah.
You're going to see them at the top every single time.
Yeah, Scotty Pierman's ranked 6th in the world. Justin James, 3rd. Martin Borgmeyer, 2nd. So you're looking at some of the, these are the top guys on the planet right now. JJ just throwing strikes right down the middle. He's tightened up his dispersion big time.
All right, Colton, you got it.
Colton's struggling right now. I'm just trying to find the grid.
Oof, Justin James putting up some big ones there.
Yeah. Marty Borgie, 222.7. Little pull. Justin James, 429. Yeah, he's locked in. As expected. He just gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the event goes on. And he's starting to find his groove. Scotty Pierman at 414. Colton Casto down to his last 2 balls. Scott Littlefield is on the bubble. Right now, Colton Casto has to go. He just has to put a ball in play right now that would put him at 50 points, that would tie him. So if he goes, now Pierman improves to 424. Let's look at the wind. The wind is shifted just a little bit. It's more left to right. Casto, you can see the frustration right now. He's down to his last golf ball.
You got this, Colton.
He literally, as if Martin doesn't hit a ball in play, I mean, Colton literally has to hit it 270 yards to qualify, have a qualifying
nice
drive.
little dinker.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not what he wants to do. This one looks like Martin's going to keep this one in play. Let's look at his numbers. 22. What was that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Marty Borgie said this one is in play. Down that right side. Yeah, Colton looks like he's going to go OB, so Scott Littlefield's going to get in.
No playoff here. Our field is set here. Sean Johnson, Justin James, Mark Costello, Scotty Pierman, Martin Borgmeyer, Seb Twiddell, Wes Patterson, and Scott Littlefield.
Yep. Yeah, congratulations. Scott Littlefield's been hit. He's in and around the top 16 a bunch, too, so congrats to Scott Littlefield. The ladies are going to be coming up here in a few minutes.
Super excited. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Everybody. They're all winners. Martin Borgmeyer takes down the set at 430 yards.
Wow.
We're live in LaSalle, Colorado. For the millions watching around the world, thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody is having an awesome Sunday.
Make sure you tune in here soon, 10:30 a.m. for the women to see who's going to be crowned champion for the 2023 LaSalle, Colorado Open.
All right, Monica Gleiben trying to get win number 3.